When it comes to adding music and sound effects to our short, it's going to be a little bit different than we've done with working with the voices. Now, one of the main reasons is I don't have the license to actually give you the sounds that we used for this project, but I can tell you where they came from. We used audiomicro.com, and we used that for the music as well as the sound effects. And it is an incredible library, and you should definitely check it out. That being said, I'm going to jump over to Audacity. And here is the final track. And not only do we have the voices talking, but we have music in the background. We've added people talking in the bar as a background noise. And we have Camper's hand morphing effects, as well as the final chop added in. So I'm going to go ahead and play this.
Hey Camper, the usual.
Organic water and ice, please.
My, aren't we fierce?
Hey babe, come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink? She's doing just fine without it.
Babe, I said come with me.
You are wanted for the crime of human trafficking. You can come with me in peace or in pieces. The bounty's all the same.
Babe, I said come with me.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
All right, so that is the completed piece. So I'm going to go to File, come down to Import Audio, and let's first go ahead and grab our music. And so I have this wave called Universal Dubstep. We'll open that up. And yes, I want to make a copy of this. Now, this is much longer than what we need. And I know at the beginning of this, I'm going to solo this real quick. If I play this. All right, that's not bad, but I think the music starts about right here where we want. Okay, so that's what we want. So I'm going to get rid of that beginning section. I'll just select it and press delete. And I know everything ends about right here at about 35 seconds. So I'm going to give us a little more room on the end of that and delete the rest of that. Okay, so now that we have the music in, what I want to do is make it sound like it's kind of muffled and in the background. So I'm going to double click to select the entire track. And I want to go up to Effect. And I'm going to scroll all the way down. And what I'm looking for is the low pass filter. Okay. Now the settings I used were at 24 dB and a cutoff frequency of 1500. Now you can play around with these a little bit, but this is the one that I landed on. So click OK. So now if we play this again. All right, so that's already a little bit muffled, but I want to add one additional effect. So go to Effect, come down and select Reverb. Now I'm going to use the default settings here. Just simply click OK. And now if I play this. All right, and last but not least, I am going to drop the main volume. I'm going to bring this down to about negative 17 or 18. Now I'm going to turn off the solo just so I can hear everything and see how it mixes together.
Hey Camper, The usual?
Organic water and ice, please.
My, aren't we fierce?
Hey, babe, come with me.
All right, that's not bad. I do have to bring up some of my other voices, though. So I'm going to bring everything down. And we'll raise Camper's voice a little bit. And we'll raise our Bounty's voice.
Hey, Camper. The usual?
Organic water and ice, please.
My, aren't we fierce?
Hey, babe, come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink? She's doing just fine without it.
Babe, I said come with me.
You are wanted for the crime of human trafficking. You can come with me in peace or in pieces. The bounty is all the same.
Babe, I said come with me.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
All right, so I was just letting that play through and adjusting my volume as needed. So everything sounds pretty good at this point. And now what I'll do is I'll bring in our background noise. So let's do import audio. And I grabbed a bar, a Luxembourg bar. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want a American bar. I wanted something that was a little like where people are definitely speaking a different language, but it's still muffled in the background. And this kind of gives the illusion that we're in an alien bar. So click OK. And again, I don't need all of the sound here. I'll just get rid of all the extra. And just simply press delete or backspace. And we're not going to do any effects here. The only thing I want to do is just kind of lower the volume. So if I solo this, all right, so it's just people talking, and let's play it all together.
Hey, Camper. The usual?
Organic water and ice, please.
My, aren't we fierce?
Hey, babe, come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink? She's doing just fine without it.
Babe, I said come with me.
You are wanted for the crime of human trafficking. You can come with me in peace or in pieces. The bounty is all the same.
Babe, I said come with me.
Uh-oh, you're not
All right, so we ended up about -6 here. And again, it's just me listening to this and thinking, okay, is that too much or too little? All right, and the next thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in the sound effect that is used for when Camper changes her hand, her cyber hand. So we kept looking around and we found a decent sound. And we were first looking at plasma, but we had to look up the sound morph and found a really nice sound here. Now, if you notice, almost always I'm importing a WAV file. I import a WAV or an AIF file, and that's because it's been compressed the least. So I want to solo this layer for a minute and just play this. Now, I heard that and thought that sound is perfect, except for one thing. It is way too long, and her hand morphs actually happen a lot quicker. So what I want to do is double click here, go up to Effect, and I'm going to change the tempo. Now, the original is about 4.37 seconds, and I want to change it to 1.5 seconds. And the cool thing about change tempo is it's going to do it without altering the pitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. And now if I play this, so we like that a lot better. And what I want to do at this point is I'm going to go in here, grab our transport, and I'm going to move this down a bit. And basically in the script, once the bounty starts talking to Camper, that's when she starts playing around with her hand and changing the different shapes right before she lands on the puppet character. So what I want to do is at least have one of those sounds there. I want to copy this and go a little bit later in the timeline and paste. Now, the reason I did that is the first set of times we actually hear Camper's morphing happening, it's not even going to be the complete sound. It'd be about half of this, because she's going to cycle through several weapons or objects before she lands on the puppet. So I'm just going to select half of that and see what it sounds like. All right, that sounds good. So I'm going to get rid of the second part of that. Just simply press delete. And I'll double click the little edit here and we'll copy. Command C. And paste. And I'm going to paste right at the end of the other one as well. And the way I figured it in the script, she's going to actually morph her hand through 3 different weapons, pause, and then she's going to have it morph completely into the puppet. So let's go ahead and click and see what this sounds like. All right. And last but not least, we'll double click here. Let's copy the full morph. And what I'm paying attention to is exactly where the bounty is talking. And I'm going to paste here. Because the bounty starts talking, she starts morphing her hand, there's a pause, she morphs it one more time, and that's when we hear the puppet start talking. And again, I'm just looking up here at the top. Camper's talking, the bounty talks, and you see all the changes starting here. And right as the last morph happens, right here is where the puppet voice comes in. So just to see how this is going to sound, I'm going to add the bounty as well as Camper to this conversation. And so we can hear how it's going to mix.
Organic water and ice, please.
Hey, babe, come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink?
It's not bad, and I think the sound even works. I might bring it down just a little bit. Maybe -2. All right, and maybe move the first 3 morphs backward a little bit. And we'll play again.
Organic water and ice, please.
Hey, babe, come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink? She's doing just fine without.
All right, and that sounds good. And last but not least, we know the puppet says at the end here, "You're not attached to that hand, are you?" And that's where the last little morph is. So if I play this.
With me?
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
All right. And there's only one thing I need to change here. And that's going to be, I need to separate the scream. So do Command I. And I'm going to move the scream a little bit further down because we have to have another sound come in later.
Come with me.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
All right, so that'll do for now. All right, last but not least, we're going to bring in the sound of the bounty's arm being chopped off. So I'll go to Import, Audio, and Guillotine. And it's a pretty perfect sound for this. I'm going to move this all the way to the end. And I just want to play this without changing anything first.
You're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
Okay, that's not bad. I do want to change the timing.
Are you?
All right, so we'll move this even closer because I want the morph to happen and then she chops immediately.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
All right, and the scream will have come about right after that.
You're not attached to that hand, are you?
All right, bring it a little closer.
Me.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
And at this point, I'm just tweaking how I want that to come across.
You're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
All right, and that sounds pretty decent. So what I'll do at this point is make sure I set up all of my audio correct. I'm going to go ahead and join all of the morphs here. So I'll simply do Command J. And make sure I fill the very beginning there with some silence. And I want to do the same thing here. The guillotine will generate silence. And join both of these. Okay, so I'll now come in and unsolo all the layers. And see what this sounds like.
Hey Kemper, the usual.
Organic water and ice, please.
My, aren't we fierce?
Hey, babe. Come with me. I got something for you to drink.
Why should she drink your drink? She's doing just fine without it.
Babe, I said come with me.
You are wanted for the crime of human trafficking. You can come with me in peace or in pieces. The bounty's all the same.
Babe, I said come with me.
Uh-oh, you're not attached to that hand, are you?
Ah!
All right, and so there's our finished sound. Just go ahead and connect these last two. Let's do Command J. Now, the only thing we have to do extra is re-export the bounty. And we're going to do that because we did move the screen down a little bit further. But for now, what I want to do is simply export the music and sound effects and background noise. So what I'm going to do is hold down my Shift key, and I'm going to select each layer except for any of the characters. So I have the music, the background noise, the hand morph sounds, as well as the guillotine. So all of these are selected. So I'm going to go to File, Export Selected Audio, and we'll simply call this Camper, BG for background, music, underscore effects. And I'll go ahead and save that. And it's letting me know it's going to mix down to a stereo track. Give us our metadata. And there is our final export. So when we get back to Toon Boom, we'll be adding in that sound layer as well as our 3 voice layers. So when you're working with multiple files, it kind of helps to solo things when you need to, and you can still go in and tweak things so they're not easily as recognizable as canned or even purchased sounds.